Inflation in the United States is at a 40-year high. 13 News' Matt McCabe shows us how this isn't just impacting stocks on Wall Street, but also to small businesses here in the state line. Matt?
Small business owners are different than national corporations. For them, inflation presents an issue that they hope is fixed soon. Climbing higher.
Inflation has become a problem for all the sides.
Small businesses typically like increasing numbers, more sales, more revenue, but not when it comes to inflation. Just ask Sasha Lofquist, the operations manager for Crandall Manufacturing, who has spent 20 years in the business.
Inflation affects us many ways. It's from the part cost that we buy every day. On average, you're talking an 8% increase on a lot of the parts that we've seen.
As for what makes those prices go up, candle maker Keani Stark says it usually stems from the supply chain getting strained, creating scarcity and demand.
Definitely shipping, and then some of the fragrances I use have gone up.
And when businesses have to pay, that often falls back on you, the consumer. Stark says inflation has only caused minor challenges for her company, but she says increased costs from inflation have put her in a tough spot to either take that loss or pass it on to customers.
Getting people to buy if you raise your prices too because of the inflation. You have to make it for yourself too.
But the Small Business Development Center in Rockford is trying to change that.
We are working together to bring all this education, all these tools to the community.
History shows it won't be like this forever.
I do believe it will come back, but I don't believe it'll ever go back to where we were before.
Rockford small business owners all know what goes up must come down. And Lofquist told me he thinks inflation could start to balance itself out in the second half of 2022 or the first quarter of 2023. For 13 News, I'm Matt McCabe.